As you would expect from an IT guy, I had a database. And on that database, I kept a log of everything article I wrote, every forum I posted, anything. I recorded the details in the database, kept it from 2007 to 2015. When the BNP fell, I just got rid of the lot. I was never going to return to it. I regret that now. Fortunately, one lone blog that I wrote between 2007 and 2010 survived. Contains lots of information. Still there. There's one or two other blog sites out there with information on as well. But this is the main one, the original home of the Green Arrow. Before I started up the websites and the radio stations and the forums. Anyhow, we're going to be talking about Peter Mandelson. He's in the press, isn't he? Betrayal of trust forward in Downing Street. Emails to Jeffrey Epstein. Anything that went to Epstein went to Israel. Actually, Gordon Brown, so much information on that man, so much information, should be investigated for what he did in selling off British gold for peanuts, our reserves. Yeah, I'll let you read that stuff. Yeah, and now I'll just take it out so you can read it if you want to. Last sentence says Peter should do the honourable thing and resign from the Lords. Peter won't do that. Peter's got no honour. Right, let's have a look where I first started tracking Peter Mandelson. Over here on the Green Arrow. Yeah, it is. What's the year? 2009. Or am I saying Mandelson to run the country from tomorrow? There's an image of Peter on his phone. This is 2009. I've been waiting years for Peter Mandelson to fall, for the rest of the country to wake up and see him for what he was. An Israeli puppet. Caption, Peter's on his phone, and I've got underneath I've written, yes, Mr. Rothschild, no, Mr. Rothschild, lick your ass, Mr. Rothschild. So the unelected Peter Mandelson is to give the unelected Prime Minister Gordon Brown a break and run the country for him during the period 10th of August to 16th of August. Gordon Brown was never elected to be Prime Minister. It was done in a backroom deal with Tony Blair. Tony Blair made him wait and wait and wait. In preparation for this, Peter Mandelson has been spending time with one of the real rulers of the world, Nathaniel Rothschild, whose family have been involved in running the world for several centuries. Links to an article that is now gone. Lord Mandelson was stung by reports this weekend that he was running the country by BlackBerry from his holiday in Corfu, where he has been staying at a villa owned by Nathan Rothschild, a member of the banking family. Remember Gordon Brown sold that gold cheap? Yeah. On his return, Mandelson will not be running the country from Downing Street. After all, why should he? It has been a long time since the occupant of number 10 had any real say on anything. We all know who runs it. Right. Then there was Rupert Murdoch's Sunday party. I'll scroll down these so you can read them. I'm complaining. I should have saved the images that I had of a party. Yeah. Rupert Murdoch's summer party. Yeah. Puppets of the New World Order were all there: Cameron, Brown, Mandelson, and a host of others, who the sheep people of our country foolishly think are the rulers of our enslaved land. Cameron was forced to cancel a previous engagement to attend his master's summons, because when Murdoch whistles and pulls their strings, the puppets start dancing. Yeah, I'll let you read that. But there's something else down here I want you to find. See, read. The only threat to Murdoch in Great Britain is the British National Party. Yeah, well, we know what happened there. What did Richard Branson have to say? The government is scared stiff of Mr. Murdoch. I think he's on the Epstein list, isn't he, Sir Richard? Yeah, that'll be interesting. I finish off with my typical sense of humour. Of course, this article might just be sour grapes on my part, because I did not get an invite. But then again, I am in the business of publishing the truth, and so will have nothing in common with Murdoch or any of his perverted puppets. We knew about their perversions then. Extrapolate this, if you will. What was I writing then? Just what was it that you had on Blair that put you where you are, Mandy? Mandy is his nickname. He's married to a Brazilian now, isn't he? Yeah, we'll come to that. They were all being blackmailed. Blair, what Blair was up to in those days was nobody's business, and his wife Sherry. I'll have to dig it all up one day, find it. Well, before we extrapolate anything, a few short words about Peter Mandelson, probably the slimiest and crooked person ever to walk on this planet. See, we knew then, guys. We were telling people then, Mandelson is a slimy, crooked person. Read now this notorious pervert, and here I put a reminder to myself. Reminder to self, find out what happened in South America. And Crook has transferred his financial interests into a blind trust in order to prevent people discovering just how crooked he is. He's a patron of the NSPCC, National Society for the Protection of Children. Is that? Yeah, righto. The reminder to myself to find out what happened in South America was, I read reports from South American papers. I literally read the world every day. I did then and I do now. And he was thrown out, I think it might have been Argentina, for his behaviour at how can I put it, a party frequented by lots and lots of homosexuals who like to enjoy each other's company at the same time. Those links have since gone. They weren't up for long. The papers were taken down, or the news articles were. And that's what I meant when I said find out what happened in South America. On about charities now, Childline. I'll just scroll these down. Why the pervert Mandelson is a patron. Strange how 16-year-old boys cannot make informed decisions about buying cigarettes, alcohol or voting, but are considered experienced enough in the ways of the world to allow perverts bordering on paedophiles to bugger them anally and possibly infect them with AIDS. This was when they were lowering the age of consent to 16. You didn't think it was for the girls, did you? There were too many politicians with too many... You know what I mean. That's why the age of consent was lowered to 16. BP chief quits in Rent Boy scandal. Mandelson, Rent Boy and Lord Brown. Posted with the green arrow. But, yeah. I'll scroll down these and you can stop and read them if you like. British National Party says what it means and means what it says. Finest activists in the world, the BNP were. Peter Mandelson and the Marxist Tories. Oh, this was written by Tim Aidan. yeah, round about now I started to gather in volunteer writers. Some of them were truly awesome. They deserve to be read. Very detailed, very well researched work here, guys. I appreciate this video ain't going to be of interest to many. I just wanted to put it out to show you that we were on to Peter Mandelson before anyone. Respect for whom. Albion, another great writer. Good Lord, their names are coming back to me. A member of the Green Arrow Forum. Yeah, we also had the forum, as you know. He's talking about it. Wow, there's a lot, aren't there? Huh. 2009. Why did the police discriminate against the indigenous white people of this land? We were asking then. As Goebbels once said, tell the people lies enough times and they will begin to believe it. Unlike Nazi Germany, this government, towards a powerful propaganda machine, using the government TV propaganda station to disseminate these lies and demonize any perceived threat. Meanwhile, the people are losing their country to the invader and to the criminals of Europe. Thank you, Albion. I really appreciated what you done back then. Welders, John of Gwent, another great writer, one of the most intelligent men I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I worked with him professionally in the IT business. I'm not sure whether he was from Oxford or Cambridge. He had several papers and dissertations or something they call them. Yeah. He had a wicked sense of humour. You think mine is bad, you should see his. He's talking there. Very detailed, is John, to be expected. John Prescott, remember when he punched that guy? I got to be honest, mind you, if someone threw something over me, I'd punch them right back. What was the caption I put? John Prescott after being struck by egg. Just accept the fact that the man is a no vote, John, and let it go at that. Yeah. On there. On and on. Yeah. A good day to bury bad news again. Oh, the Prince of Darkness. John of Gwent. He's talking about John of Gwent. Like GA, like Green Arrow, I also have little to say directly on the matter of the death of David Cameron's son. Yeah. I remember. Irish referendum on the EU Lisbon Treaty. Well, that was a betrayal, the Lisbon Treaty. Best unwilling no vote recruiter. Nick Griffin would make a fine Oliver Cromwell. I'm sure I put the speech in. Perhaps I didn't. The BNP does not forget, it never forgets, and they will have justice for the British people. Well, we're not going to do it, are we? Us old BNP boys ain't going to do it. It's up to you young uns now. Oh, there it is, Oliver Cromwell's speech. Oh, I've just had a look at the scroller on the side, guys. It goes on and on and on. All about Mandelson. Okay, guys, that's all I've got for you. Just thought you might be a little bit interested. Get bored, you can read some of the articles. I scroll down. If you'd like me to show you more articles from the Green Arrow blog, our first one, I'll put them up. See you on the next one, guys.